Hey there. Hey, my name is Wayne Richter. I am a history teacher, actually, by trade. But I also love to play different baseball games with cards and dice, such as Stratomatic and Pocket Pennant Run. I like Payoff Pitch. Recently got into History Maker Baseball, and I'll probably try a lot more before it's said and done. This is like my video to like start me into the foray of replaying my games on camera for anyone who wants to watch to enjoy. That may be nobody, but we'll put them out there and see what happens. So this first video, this is just a test run video where I played some Pocket Pennant Run with a local minor league baseball association from last year. It turned out to be a really good game. I'm not going to say it's the greatest play-by-play or the greatest video you will have ever seen, but the game itself turned out pretty good. So this is just like my first foray into YouTube making, and I'm getting used to the navigation and the editing process and everything that goes along with it. So I'm sure as time goes on, I'll get better, and I hope that maybe you'll subscribe and like my videos and watch them in the future. I'll be posting many of them. Try and get at least one, maybe two in a week. I think my big thing is I'm going to try and replay the 1941 American League season with History Maker Baseball. Is going to be quite a bit of it at first, but I'll also throw in some Strat Diamond Gems and maybe even some Strat Diamond Duds, because we always see games played where it's the good teams. Maybe it's time to see some really bad teams play some games as well. So. And you may even get to see me struggle along with the process of learning some new games as we go on as well. So I hope you enjoy. As always, your comments are welcomed, and your critique is good. But please try and keep it nice. Remember, I am just learning, and hopefully, we can all enjoy this together. I look forward to seeing you on YouTube. Once again, my name is Wayne Richter, and this is called Richter's Baseball Replays. Have a good day. Enjoy the video. Thanks. All right, folks, as you can see, this is a game of Pocket Pennant Run, which is going to be basically a test run of me for my YouTube channel potential. Just running some videos so we can edit as necessary. Obviously, I'll probably be editing this very first out. So, Scott facing the left pitcher, Owens. Here we go. All right, we have a pitcher, D3, which is a defensive check on the catcher. The catcher is a B defense. So a B defense with a 1, it's going to be a ground out 2-3. So an inauspicious start, flubs it in front of the catcher, picks it up, fires to first for the out. Next up, we got Ken Blackstone, our shortstop, C-rated batter, lefty-lefty, so he drops to a D. All right, so D3, another defensive check, this time on the center fielder. Center fielder is a C defense, C4. It's going to be a fly out. So he hits it straight away center, makes the catch 2 away in the top of the first. Next up, Pisano, lefty-lefty matchup, drops to a B. D2 is a defensive check for the pitcher. It's also going to be on the catcher. So the catcher, once again, is a B defense, B7. Once again, flubbed in front of the catcher, comes out from behind the plate, fires on the first, easy 2-3 out. So we go to the bottom of the first, no score. Legends coming to bat. Leading off for the Legends is center fielder Sturgeon against righty Burton. There'll be no drop. He's an A batter. So the pitcher's a D3. Wow, another defensive check. This time against the shortstop. Blackstone's a C. C defense 3. It'll be an easy 6-3 double play. Picks it up, fires on the first, 1 out. Next, we got Brandon Phillips. Fun fact, used to be a major league, or a pretty good major leaguer for the Cincinnati Reds. Plays a little bit in the Atlantic League for the Lexington Legends. So let's see what he can do. He's a B-rated batter. So we got a D8. So we may actually have a batter hit. So batter card. Phillips is a B batter. B10. That's going to be a single. So Brandon Phillips gets things going on with a single. And we have runner on first base. He has B speed, so I think he's going to try and steal. So let's roll it and see. He gets the jump. Oh, and he is in there with a stolen base. So right off the bat, we got runner in scoring position for Jock Peterson, right-handed third baseman. Lefty-righty matchup, no drop in power. So we got a D10, which is a batter check. And so that's going to be a batter A. Ooh, it's going to be a power check. What kind of power does he got? He has A power, but he gets under it, and he flies out to 7 to left field. It'll be deep enough to get the runner to third base. So we have a sacrifice 7, moves the runner. All right, we got runner on third, 2 down. For the cleanup hitter, once again, left-handed batter against left-handed, so he will drop 1. So we got D-rated pitcher, D7, batter check. He's going to drop to a B. That's going to be a B3. It's going to be an easy grounder to shortstop, 6-3. Blackstone picks it up, fires over to first, retires the threat. So at the end of 1, we have no score between the Crabs and the Legends. All right. Josh McAdams batting for the Crabs, top of the second. Lefty-righty matchup. So we got a D2, yet another defensive check, this time on the third baseman. Third baseman's a D defense. So D10. Josh is going to get a single out of that. So Josh is on first, doesn't really run the bases much, does have B stealing rating, so let's give it a shot. He's a B7, that'll be a stolen base, so we got runner right off the bat. Second base for Braxton Lee. Braxton Lee steps in, left-handed hitting right fielder versus left-handed pitching Owens. So Owens is a D9, that's going to be a batter check. Owens is a lefty-lefty, so that's going to go down to a B11. We're going to do a power check. What's Lee's power? Oh, D power, letter 9, number 9. It is going to be a double and 3 bases, so that will get the job done. The double to the gap will score McAdams from second, and we have a 1-0 lead, runner on second. All right, next up is Harris. MVP caliber left fielder for the Crabs. We have a D1, that's a control check. If he was any other, if he was like a decent pitcher, that would have been a strikeout, but we're just on a control check. His control is D. D10 is a wild pitch. So Lee will move over to third on the wild pitch. It does say wild pitch / base on balls. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. If runner's on base, wild pitch, runner's advance, re-roll. All right, just making sure. All right, so now we have a runner on third. Harris still at the plate, re-rolling. D6, batter check. Harris is a B batter, lefty. He won't drop down, so that's a B10. That'll be a single. That'll get another run in. And nobody out. 2 runs in, nobody out. Owen struggling a little bit here. Of course, you expect that with a D-rated pitcher. All right, Luke Marshall steps in to today's designated hitter. All right, we have a D5. It's a batter check. Marshall is a right-handed batter against a lefty, so nothing will change. He's a B hitter. B3, it's a ground 6. That's a fielder's choice. So that will be a fielder's choice 6-4 for the first out. And he will just basically take his place at first. D speed, he's not going anywhere. He's a catcher in his other life. So, all right, Mr. Decker, left-handed hitting second baseman, so he will drop if we have a batter check. All right, D5. It's going to be a batter check. Decker can't really drop. He's already a D, so D12 is a power check. He has D power. D5, it's going to be a fly out to right field. Runner on first isn't going anywhere. That'll be 2 outs. Runner stays on first. And batting ninth today, Joe DeLuca, switch hitting catcher for the Crabs. All right, we have a D12 batter check. Joe is an A batter. A10 is going to be a power check. Joe has decent power, so that's going to be a B6. That's going to be a double with 3 bases. So that will score Marshall from first, and Joe gets it done. Crabs jump up to a 3-0 lead just like that. Back to the top of the order, Scott, who grounded out to the catcher in the first at bat, comes back up, sees what he can do. We have a batter check, D10. Batter is a switch hitter. He's not doing anything different anyway. D6. That's going to be a fly out to 7 to end the inning. But the damage is done. The Crabs get 3 runs in the top of the second and jump up 3-0 to give Burton a comfortable lead going into his second inning. However, Burton is a D pitcher himself, so we shall see how this all goes down. All right, Hawkins, right-handed hitting batter against Burton. Burton kicks and deals. D12 is a batter check. Hawkins is going to drop to a B for the righty-righty matchup. B1 is a ground out to third base. McAdams picks it up, fires across the diamond to first for the first out of the inning, 5-3. Romanski, right-handed hitting catcher. Burton kicks and deals. D3, it's going to be a defensive check for the center fielder. Our center fielder today is Mr. Scott, who's an A defense. A defense with a 12 is going to be a 1-base error, though. So Romanski will reach on Scott, dropping the easy can of corn fly ball. Gets him to first base. No speed for Romanski, so he'll likely stay at first. All right, next, right-handed hitting shortstop Baldequins steps in. Burton kicks and deals. All right, we got D8. That's going to be a batter check. Baldequins is an A batter. He drops to a B because he's righty-righty. B2, going to be a 4-6-3 double play ball. Grounds up to Decker at 4, to Blackstone at short, and over to the first baseman Bizzano for the third out of the inning. So he does allow an easy error, but gets out of the inning with a timely double play ball. And just like that, the end of the second. Crabs leading 3-0. All right, we go to the top of the third. Ken Blackstone up, left-handed hitting shortstop once again. All right, we have a D11. That's a batter check. Got a crazy dice there. Let's re-roll that. All right, batter check. Lefty-lefty, so he's going to drop to a D10. That's still going to be good enough to get him on base with a single. He has B speed. Blackstone going to try and steal second. Crabs run wild some days. B5, he is safe with the stolen base. So Crabs, once again, runner on second, nobody out. It's going to get some interesting matchups going. We're going to see how it goes. We may end up with some pitchers going in the bullpen for the Lexington Legends. All right, we got a D6. That's going to be a batter check for Bizzano. Lefty-lefty matchup's going to drop them to a B7. That's going to be a 3-1. Lazy grounder to first baseman. Gets the pitcher covering the bag for the out, but moves the runner up to third. So just as much as a good bunt as anything else. Brings up McAdams with guy on third base. Let's see if McAdams can get him in. All right, we got the batter, D8. It's a batter check. McAdams isn't going to lose anything. B8, that's going to be a single. That'll score the run. So McAdams gets an RBI there. And it's 4-0. Under normal circumstances, Owens would lose a pitcher fatigue rating, but there's nowhere to go to put down from D. all we can do is say that he's probably not going to last very much longer in this game. We might be lucky to get out of the third inning. All right, we got a D5. That's going to be a batter check. Lee is an A batter. Lefty's going to go to B. B9, that's going to be another single, 2 bases. So that's going to put runners on the corners. Sorry for my mistake there, folks. Got to delete that a little bit. So we do have runners on the corners. And we're going to have to go to the bullpen for the Lexington Legends because he is just giving up all kinds of base runners. Like I said, that's going to be it for Owens. Doesn't get out of the third inning. Let's see who we got in the pitchers. I'm looking at my chart here, folks. So they have a bunch of relief pitchers. We're going to put in Brett Schneider, right-handed relief pitcher. And the third, he is a C, so slightly better. He has 2 fatigue, so we're going to put him in as a C. His control is a C, and his defense is an A. So maybe the C will help stave off some of these runs. All right, so we got Schneider facing his first batter, right-handed hitting Harris. Kicks and deals. C6, still a batter check. Harris gets the right. He drops to a C against the right-hander, a C6. That's going to be a fly to 8. So that's going to be a sacrifice possibility to the center fielder. So that is going to be an out. It is deep enough to tag. It says 8 tag ? So let's see how we do that. Fly out of runner. All right, runner on third can attempt to tag with the base running chart. McAdams is a B. Let's see what he does. B2. Oh, it's going to be out, I'm pretty sure. Let me read the rules here. All right, he is out. So we get out. So we go 8-2 for the third out. And the Lexington Legends escape with only giving up 1 run once Schneider comes in. All right, folks, Burton with a very comfortable 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. Let's see if he can hold it. Once again, remember, he is a D pitcher himself. So D4, that's a batter check against... He'll drop to a B, B7. That'll be a lazy grounder to first. Flips to the pitcher covering for 3-1 out. Brings up our designated hitter, Pugh. Kicks and deals. That'll be a batter check. Pugh's in A. Drops to a B. B4. That's a lazy fly ball to left field. Makes the second out of the inning. So even though he's a B pitcher, he's kicking and throwing dimes up there. Sturgeon, top of the order, 9, batter check. That's going to be a 12 against an A batter. That's going to be a power check. And the blue die is a power of A for a home run. Towering shot. And the Legends get on the board with a solo home run by Sturgeon. Just like that, cutting into that Blue Crabs lead, 4-1. All right, Brandon Phillips, former major leaguer. Let's see if he can do some damage. We got a defensive check on the second baseman. Second baseman for the Blue Crabs is a C. Decker is a C. C4. That'll be a ground out, 4-3. Brandon Phillips retired. But the Legends get on the board, cut into that lead. It's 4-1. All right, Schneider into his second inning of work, trying to keep the game close. Luke Marshall up to bat, kicks and deals. C is 5. That's a batter check. Luke, he's a righty, so that's going to be drop him down to a C3, and that'll be a ground out to short. 6-3, fires across the diamond and 1 away, just like that. Decker steps in. Got a fielder's choice his last at bat. C1 is still a control check. He is a C control. C control on an 8 is a walk. So he has the good eye, walks to first. has D speed, so he's not going anywhere. Joe DeLuca, power hitting catcher, batting in a 9-hole. Let's see if he can get him around. All right, we have a control check. He is another, once again, C control. 6. Oh, he walks back-to-back batters. So he's getting a little wild here, putting runners on first and second after he got the first out. Still looking for that double play ball. Top of the order, Scott. Hasn't really done much damage today, so hopefully he can do something now. We have a C10. That's a batter check. D batter, 3. That's going to be a double play ball to third. 5, 4, 3. Double play ball. That's 3 outs. And just like that, they were threatening, but nothing going. So, Legends hanging in there, down 4-1. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. All right, Burton pitching pretty good for the Crabs today. He kicks and deals. D7, it's a batter check. Our batter is an A. He drops to a B. B5. Lazy fly ball to center. That'll be the first out of the inning. Next batter is Barnum. That'll be a batter check as well. He will stay in A, A7. That's going to be a single, so he gets on. Has D speed, so he's probably not going anywhere. It's going to be up to Hawkins to start moving around the bases. Hawkins grounded out to short last at bat. D10, that's a batter check. Hawkins is an A. He'll drop to a B. B8, that'll be a single, moving the runner. So just like that, back-to-back singles, runners on first and second with 1 out. Romansky, who got on with a dropped ball to the center fielder last at bat. All right, we got a defensive check to the center fielder again. How weird is that? Our center fielder is an A defense. That didn't really work last time. That'll be a fly out to center. And he could tag from second, but he has D speed at second, so he's going to stay where he's at. And hopefully Baldequins can get him in. Baldequin steps in, kicks, deals the pitch. Control check. That's the first time that's happened for Burton. Burton control D7. That's going to be a walk. He's going to load the bases. And just like that, we got the bases loaded, 2 outs. Aklinski coming in the clutch. A's all around for him. So, oh my God, this may do it. Batter check. Aklinski's in A. He's going to drop to a B8. That'll be a single. That's enough to get in 1 run. Close. He almost maybe gave it a ride, but he didn't. So he gets in 1 run. All right, we got Pugh. Can he keep the rally going? Burton kicks and deals. Batter check. Our batter drops to a B6. And that'll be a fly ball to right, which will end the inning. But the Legends get another run, so they're chopping away. The score is now 4-2. All right, Schneider, C pitcher. He's 1.1 1/3 innings in, so he can go 2 batters before he drops to a D. So we see what he does here. All right, C5, that's a batter check. And our batter is Blackstone, who's a C. He'll stay a C1. And that'll just be a line out to 3. So the first out of the inning, line shot to the first baseman, picks it down. Pisano steps in. Batter check. 5, Pisano's an A. That's going to be a lazy fly ball to right. It's 2 away in the 5th. So the Crabs, after 3 good innings, have like petered out the last 2. Let's see if they can get something going. All right, so Schneider drops to a D with that. So he's a D5. That's still a batter check. Our batter is a B. He'll drop to a C, so a C10. That'll be a single for Josh McAdams. He's 3 for 3 on the day with 3 singles. All right, that'll bring up Braxton Lee. See what he can do. Got a D7. That'll be a batter check. Lee stays in A, A3. That's going to be a lazy fly ball to left. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And just like that, we're halfway home. Score, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4, Lexington Legends 2. All right, we go to the home half of the fifth. Top of the order up, Sturgeon. Burton kicks and deals. Remember, he's a D. D7 is a batter check. The batter's going to be 11. That might be a power check here. So, oh yeah. A11. That's going to be power. His power number is A. And his power of 8. That is going to be a jack. That is his second home run of the day for Sturgeon. Look out, folks. Just like that, we have a almost new ball game. Brandon Phillips stepping in. Remember, former major leaguer. He should be tearing up this pitching. Got a defensive check on the first baseman. Our first baseman is an A defense. A defense 7. That's going to be a grounder to third. He'll take that, step on the bag unassisted for the first out of the inning. All right, Peterson up. All right, we got a batter check. Batter check is a 10. This may be another power check. He drops to a B, but I think that's still going to be, nope, single. He does get a single. So dropping him righty-righty matchup probably saved the home run there. All right, Crabs desperately need a double play ball here. The batter check 5. He's an A5. It'll be a fly ball to right. He camps under it, makes the play. 2 outs. Runner stays at first. All right, Hawkins. Probably Burton's going to be his last inning. He's a control check, control 3. D3, that's a drop K. What does we do with a drop K? I always got to check these. Runner on first. Nope, not automatic K because there's 2 outs. If a batter has A or B speed, he does have A speed. Read the blues and consult the D column to see the runner. So D11, he's going to beat it. So that's going to go as a strikeout, but dropped in at first. So that's going to be an error 2. That's the way I'm scoring. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to put a little K there because he should have had it. Going to move the runner to second. Romansky. Burton tiring a little bit. Batter check. He's a C. That's going to drop him to a D4. And that'll get him out of the inning with a 4-3. 3 outs. But the Legends, 3 innings in a row, get a run. They're down 4-3. All right, so right now the Legends need a new pitcher. They used their one long guy. They do have another long guy who is D's all around, but we may have to go to a short game right now. All right, so they have a couple guys with decent stuff. So they're going to put in Derek Self, right-handed pitcher. And Derek Self is a B pitcher. He has 1 fatigue, of course. So, like I said, he may go 2. We'll see. If you're only dropping from a B to a C when you're already throwing D pitchers at first anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, but let's see what happens. Josh Harris batting for the Crabs, trying to get something going here. B pitcher 8. Batter check as well. Harris is a B, so that's going to be a C5. That'll be some sort of out. That'll be a lazy fly ball to left for the first out of the inning. Jake Marshall stepping in, the designated hitter, trying to get anything going for the Crabs. B2, that's a control check. He has B control 3. That'll be a strikeout. We haven't seen many strikeouts today, but that's definitely a strikeout. He swings and misses. Decker steps in. That'll be a batter check. Got a leaning dice here. It looks like a 6, but we're going to roll it anyway. And it's a 4. So batter check. He's a D. Ain't doing nothing different. D4. And just like that, 4-3. Tosses it over. No runs. No hits. Side is retired. All right, now the Maryland Blue Crabs need a new pitcher. Burton gave him 5. That's pretty good for him. All right, let's see. What we got here? We got some hammers in the bullpen for the Crabs too. We're going to throw in Dylan Brammer. He's a fatigue 2. and then he's an A with B control and A defense. So he's going to hopefully get 2 innings here and try and keep this game with the Crabs with the lead. We'll see what happens. All right, bottom third of the lineup, Baldwin steps in against Brammer. Brammer kicks and deals. He's the A. Still just a batter check. But batter check A drops to a B2. That's going to be a 4-3 out to second base. Aklinski steps in. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Batter check. That'll be a B10. That'll be a single anyway. Gets on base. Has A speed, so we might as well send him. See what we can do here. 6. Yeah, it's going to be a stolen base. All kinds of stolen bases today. That'll avoid the double play. Pugh steps in, trying to keep the game going. Kicks and deals. Batter 12, batter check. That'll be a B2. That'll be a 4-3 out. So that would have been a double play. So it was good to get him over with the stolen base. But now he moves to third. So you got runner 90 feet away, tying run. Top of the order, Sturgeon. 2 jacks today. That's a control check. Brammer's a B control with a 6. Strikes him out. Just like that. Out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit and a stolen base. Crabs come to bat in the 7th. All right. The Legends are going to keep Self in. They're going to drop him down to a C and hope for the best. C is about as good as it gets sometimes in the Atlantic League. All right, we got Joe DeLuca, bottom of the order, but definitely not a bottom of the order guy. C1, that's a control check. Self is still a B control with a 9. That's going to be a walk. So Joe DeLuca gets on. He has C speed, so I don't think they're going to try and do anything fishy here. Bringing up the top of the order was Scott. Should have maybe bunted, but I didn't. C2, another control check. B control 12. Hits him. So just like that, Self maybe leaving him in one too many innings. So we'll see. Right now we got runners on first and second. Nobody out. This might be his last batter unless he gets a double play ball. C12 batter check. Blackstone's a C. 1. Line out to 3. It says double play. What does that mean? L3 DP. Line out. Lead runner is doubled up. Retreating back to base. That's weird. All right, so we got a line out to 3. And DeLuca is going to get picked off. Wandering off the base. We'll just say that's 3-6 for the second out. I would have thought that, if anything, Scott would have got picked off there at first, but the rules are the rules. All right, so he got the double play he needed. We got a runner still on first. Pisano steps in. C10, batter check. Batter check is an A. He's not, that's going to be a power check. Power check 5. Pisano's a C. That's not going to do it. Oh, that's going to be a double with 2 bases. All right, so that's going to move the runner around, put runners on second and third with 2 outs. Self needs one good pitch to have a day. Control check. Oh, he's going to hit him, I think. B12. That's going to be a hit by pitch to load the bases. That was the second hit batsman of the inning. They're going to have to go to the bullpen here. All right, let's pull up the chart here and see what they got. They got some other players, so... Derek Self, that's a D. Daniel Gibson. They're going to go with Daniel Gibson. Right-handed hurler. Of course, he's a fatigue 1. He's a B. He's also a B and an A, so he may have something good here. All right, well, let's see what happens. He needs one pitch, get him out of the inning. Lee hoping to break it open here a little bit. B3, that's control check. B10, he's going to walk home a run. So, Not really the start that the bullpen was looking for. Walks in the run. Runners all move up 90 feet, not really having to do anything. Harris is still trying to break it open here. But the B hurler strikes him out. So that'll be the third out of the inning. Crabs do get one. They were hoping to get more with that bases loaded. Alright, so I gotta put my little squiggle mark there. Alright, he facing Brandon Phillips, former major leaguer, not really doing much today. Trying to get something going. Brammer in the second inning. A pitcher, 10. That's going to be a batter check. Brandon Phillips, he'll drop to a C. 4. And that'll be a grounder to third. Tosses across the diamond for the out, one away. Peterson steps in. All right, that'll be a batter check, if I'm not mistaken. B6. Batter drops to an A. That's going to be a B12, and that's going to be a power check. He has A power with a 10. Good Lord. And that's a home run. Legends living off the long ball today. They get their run right back. All right. That'll be a batter check. And no dropping thing. 8-6. That'll be a 4-3 out. Tosses from second to first. 2 away. Hawkins steps in, looking to keep it going. Pretty much A's around. He's an A with a 1. Caught him looking. Grazed the corner for the strikeout. Does give up the 1 run, but keeps them a lead 5-4. All right, Gibson can go 2 outs before he drops to a C. We're in the 8th inning, so let's see what happens here. Marshall steps in. Gibson B9. That's a batter check. Marshall drops to a C3. That'll be some sort of out. Grounder to short. Tosses to first. 1 away. Decker steps in. Light hitting shortstop. And B8. Batter check. Decker's a D, so you can't really change anything anyway. Lazy fly ball, can of corn to the center fielder, 2 outs. All right, Joe DeLuca, seeing if he can get something going with 2 outs. Gibson drops to a C, C1. That'll be a control check. If he didn't drop, that would have been a strikeout. So we got a B control, 8. He gives it up another walk. So walks have been killing them today. C speed, 2 outs, top of the order. Let's see what we can do here. C1, control check, 8, B8. Could be another walk. Yeah, my God. All right. He needs 1 pitch. He needs 1 pitch to get out of this. Batter check. Nothing doing there. C4, 5. He grounds it to 5. He steps on the bag. Makes the 3rd out. No runs. Couple of walks. Crabs clinging to a 5-4 lead. They need to bring in a new pitcher. Slim pickings, though. We'll have to see what we can do here. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? It's a little too early for the closer, Matt Latos. You may have remembered him. All right, we got Brisano, Andres Brisino, right-handed thrower, relief pitcher, fatigue of 1, but A stuff, B control, A defense. He's going to try and keep the game close and go to the hammer in the 9th. So Romanski steps in against Brisano, trying to keep the Crabs in the lead. We got a leaning dice. We're going to re-roll that. All right, we got A8, batter check. He'll drop to a D4. That'll be an out. Grounder to second, tosses to first out of the inning. All right, Baldequins steps in. A stuff, 3 roll, control check with a 3. He's B control. That'll be a strikeout. So the setup man doing his job so far. Don't want to jinx it. Let's see what happens. It's leaning. I would have said it as 11, but we'll re-roll just to make sure. It's still a batter check of 8. He's an A. He'll drop to a B4. That'll be an out. Fly ball to left. One of the very few 1, 2, 3 innings, but you'll get that when you're playing low-level minor league baseball. Crabs go to the 9th, up 1 run, 5 runs to 4. All right, and the Lexington Legends got to go to their bullpen. They're probably going to go to their closer, try and keep this a 1-run game. We already used Gibson, Schneider, Jeremy Jeffries. Who else we got here? Not a lot. A lot of D pitchers. Already. Nope, didn't use him. They're going to bring in their closer, Austin Adams. He is a control. He's a 1, but A stuff. B control, D defense. We don't really worry about defense when it comes to the pitchers, but his job is to keep the 3, 4, 5 guys from getting any runs. So here we go. A9, that's still a batter check. We got 12s on the board. If there's anything going on here, this may be a shot. That's going to A12. That's a power check. Pisano has C power. C power is a home run. Getting a little insurance run off the closer. All right, McAdams coming in. He's trying to get more. Batter check. He'll drop to a C4. That'll be an out. Grounder to third. Tosses to first. First out of the inning. Braxton Lee. He's an A. That's a strikeout. Like I said, not many strikeouts in the Atlantic League today. And last but not least, Harris steps in. Batter check. Batter check of 1. Drops to a C. That's going to be a line out to first. Damage has been done. Gets a run. They're up 6-4. Going to the bottom of the 9th. Stan Clyburn, manager of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, wasting no time going to Matt Latos. If you recognize that name, he used to be a pretty decent pitcher in the major leagues. Now the Blue Crabs closer for the last couple years. He has A everything. But he does every once in a while let up some base runners, so we shall see how this goes. Facing the 9-1-2 hitters, he throws in batter check. 6s everywhere. He drops to a B6. That'll be a fly to right for the first out of the inning. Top of the order, Sturgeon has 2 home runs today, but no one really on, so they really ain't worried about that. Batter check. We may have some more power here. He's an A10. That's going to be a power. And guess what, folks? He just hit his 3rd home run of the day. Have yourself a day, Mr. Sturgeon. Lexington Legends crawl within 1. Brandon Phillips, former major leaguer, trying to do his part. That's a batter check. 8. He'll drop down to a C, but I'll still get him on the first base. I told you, folks, Matt Latos can make things exciting at times. He's a B speed. I think we're going to have to run to try and make sure we don't get a double play to end this game. B speed 9, that's a safe roll. So stolen base for Brandon Phillips. Tying run, second base. Peterson steps in, trying to get this game knotted up. That's going to be a batter check. That'll drop to a B10. That'll be a single, 2 bases. And just like that, folks, the closer doesn't do his job, gives up a single, and 2 runs are in. Tie game, 1 out. Peterson has D running rating, or he'd probably go. Barnum going to try and do it himself. It's a batter check. Uh-oh. A12. Power. His power is A. What's a A5? That's going to be a double. 3 bases. And just like that, we have a walk-off for the Lexington Legends. Barnum getting greeted at the plate by all his boys as he walks it off with a clutch double. Matt Latos gets the loss in relief. I told you folks, Matt Latos can make things interesting. And just like that, we have a 7-6 final. Let me tally up some numbers here for you folks. Like I said, Matt Latos is going to get the loss. Adams is going to get the win as the last guy up. And let's see, how many hits did the Crabs have? 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of them. 5, 6, 7. But they kind of fell asleep in the middle of the game here. 8, 9, 10. 10 hits. And I think they had the one error. I'll check the errors in a minute. All right, Legends had how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They had 13 hits. The Crabs had, I was just looking, I saw 2. There's an error there, an error on the dropped K. So they had 2 errors, and I don't remember the Lexington Legends having any. Nope. So your final, 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Lexington Legends final 7-6. Thank you for joining this broadcast of Atlantic League Baseball, and